The company DINOSOO sent over this wireless controller for your Xbox and PC for me to take a closer look at and tell you all about it. All right, before we get to the controller itself, let's go over what comes along with it. And first up is a nice instruction manual here. This is just going to give us all the details about the controller itself, as well as how to use some of the extra functions of this controller. Plus, we have a nice little USB Type A to Type C charging cable here. You can also use this cable for the wired mode, but it's a little short for that use in my opinion, but it's gonna be great for charging the controller. All right, now onto the controller itself here. And as you can see, I have a version of it that is kind of a faded silver look to it. And I really like how it's actually kind of transparent up towards the top, kind of a smoky look there. You can actually kind of see inside of the unit. I just like this faded look here, and that silver goes all the way down to the bottom and is a solid color here. I just like that gradient look to it here. It's a nice semi-glossy texture here, so you can wipe this off nice and easy. Don't have to worry about like major grip here that's going to get crumbs or fingerprints or anything like that, but just super easy to wipe down if you need. Now, this is an Xbox style controller here. So we've got all of the familiar buttons. You've got your D-pad, you have your thumb buttons here, your joysticks. Those obviously click in as you would expect. They have a really nice feel to them. We do have rubber tops on each of those buttons. Then of course we have our home button in the center here, all of our menu buttons, as well as this T button in the center. That's the turbo button. You can actually set any of the other buttons to act as a turbo style button. And what that's gonna do is allow you to essentially press that button 8 times per second. A bit of a cheat there in my opinion, but if you're looking for that feature, this controller does have it. And then of course we have the X, Y, and A, B buttons here on the side. Just the right size and feel here, feels pretty good. Then down towards the bottom, we have this rocker here to adjust the volume, and that's going to control this 3.5 millimeter jack here at the bottom. That way you can use whatever headset or earbuds you would like directly from the controller like you're used to. Now up top, of course, we have our shoulder buttons. So we have R1, R2, and L1 and L2. Nice grip on them. I like the texture that we've got here. Just a really nice feature and form here. I like the design. And then of course we have our Type C charging port up at the top for charging the internal 1000 milliamp hour battery or using this controller in a wired mode. Now, looking more at the back here, we of course have 2 back buttons on each side, and then we have a set button in the middle, and that's going to allow us to set up macros should we want to use them. Now, taking a little closer look at the plastic on the back, we do have a bit of a texture here, which I like. I like the texture on the back of a controller as opposed to the top, but all around a really nice looking controller here from DINOSOO. Now, when I power this controller on via the button up top, I've actually already paired this via Bluetooth to my laptop, so it's all set and good to go. I really like the glow that we get thanks to that semi-transparent plastic there at the top. I think that looks really cool there on this controller. All right, now I've been using this controller paired with my laptop via Bluetooth as well as with our Xbox One. This also works with the Xbox One S and X and the Xbox Series S and X, as well as Windows 10 and higher PCs, plus Android devices. So you've got a ton of versatility. All right, so if you're looking for a versatile controller for your Xbox or PC or even Android device, I definitely recommend taking a look at this one from DINOSOO.